Alexis, Texas here, legend in the game at Exotica 2022 at New Jersey. What's up?
You know what? A whole lot of asses. What up?
The people want to know, though, how do you handle a big booty? Say if you have an average size. You've answered this before, but they wanted more context on this, like tips for that.
You gotta spread the cheeks and go in deep, baby.
When you were on the Full Send podcast, you gave some good advice, and you were talking about how guys fake orgasms. I didn't realize that. Is that actually a thing?
You know what? I talk on my podcast, Private Talk with Alexis, Texas. I've asked that question quite often because it was brought up to me by friends in my male group of friends, and I didn't believe it. But apparently, it is true. There are some people that think it's still crazy, men too, but it does happen.
Is it hard to date outside the industry because you are Alexis, Texas, and people want Alexis, Texas off camera as well? Like, how do you switch up the two, like the regular personal Alexis, Texas, and the private Alexis, Texas?
Well, I think dating in general for anybody is kind of hard these days with all kinds of, instant gratification from all these apps and swiping, and you can be in a room full of girls and it's camming or whatever. So it's a lot. But for me, I think that as long as you identify what you need and you want from a partner and you communicate that well and you give yourself boundaries and standards, then I think that anybody can find a partner.
Do you have any dating tips for guys out there trying to get like any girl they want? Do you think that's possible, and what would you say to them?
I think that if you believe in yourself and you manifest what you want and you receive it well, then I think anything can come back to you as long as you actually truly live and breathe that, then it can come back to you.
How do you deal with the haters? Because I know you talked about that before as well.
Everyone's going to hate, but that just means you're doing something right. You can't please everybody. You may not be for everybody, but you have to be confident in your own skin and be confident in what you're doing if you're a brand like I am. And it is what it is. I'm unapologetically myself, and that's all I can do.
Okay, last two questions. One's from a fan. They asked, do you hook up with fans or anyone outside the industry?
Well, I think everybody's secretly a fan of Alexis, Texas, so I'm sure I've hooked up with some of them.
And they want to know how your DMs are doing. They know that everyone's in there, athletes, rappers, everyone. We're not going to name any names, but are the DMs always lit?
Maybe not. They're my DMs.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Words of wisdom. Do you have any words of wisdom?
Words of wisdom. To each his own. What works for you may not work for others, and as long as you can be respectful, then love everyone.
Also, favorite position? A fan question.
Favorite position? I like cowgirl because I'm in the most control, and those booty cheeks need to clap, they need to fly, and Miss Texas does it great.